Business ethics refers to moral principles that guide how companies operate. It is important because it builds trust, protects reputation, and ensures long-term sustainability. Today, business are not only focused on profit but also social and environmental responsibilities. In this presentation, I will discuss an ethical issues that faced by Nestle. So, it's focusing on the infant formula controversy. One major ethical issue faced by Nestle was the promotion of baby formula in developing countries. Many mothers were influenced to use formula instead of breastfeeding. However, due to lack of clean water and proper knowledge, this led to serious health risks such as disease and malnutrition. This shows that the company prioritized profit over consumer safety, especially vulnerable infants. For application of ethical theories is utilitarianism that evaluates action based on their outcomes. Although baby formula provides an alternative feeding option, in developing countries it causes more harm due to unsafe conditions. As a result, the negative impact outweighs the benefits, that's making Nestle's actions unethical under utilitarianism. Secondly is deontology that focus on duties and moral rules. Companies must be honest and transparent. In this case, Nestle failed to provide clear information and took advantage of vulnerable consumers. This means they violate their ethical responsibilities even if their actions were legal. For integration with management and social science concept, firstly is stakeholder theory, which states that companies must consider all the stakeholders, not just profit. In this case, many groups were affected, especially babies and mothers. The company failed to balance business goals with social responsibility, which lead to ethical issues. So, secondly is corporate social responsibility (CSR). That means business must act ethically and consider their impact on society. Nestle did not fully consider the conditions in developing countries. However, after criticism, the company improved the policies to follow international guidelines like those from the WHO. This framework is called the Ethical Marketing and Consumer Protection Framework. Its main objective is to guide Nestle in carrying out responsible marketing practice while protect the health, safety, and interest of consumers, especially vulnerable groups such as mothers and infants. For ethical principles and theories, this framework is based on four important ethical concepts, which are utilitarianism, deontology, stakeholder theory, and corporate social responsibility (CSR). These theories help Nestle evaluate business decisions from different ethical perspectives. For framework components, the framework contains several important components such as policies, standard operating procedures, decision-making models, and monitoring systems. These components work together to prevent ethical issues. Next is policy. The policy states the baby formula must not be promoted as better than breastfeeding. All marketing materials should clearly explain that breastfeeding is the best sources of nutrition for infants. For SOP, the SOP ensures that all marketing materials are reviewed before release. Employees also receive ethics training, and health-related information must be verified by qualified professionals. And the decision models help employees solve ethical problems systematically. First, they identify the issues, then analyze stakeholders, evaluate available options, and choose the most ethical decisions. For implementation, the framework is implemented through employee ethics training, internal audits, annual CSR reports, and collaboration with health organizations. Next, roles and responsibilities. Top management is responsible for enforcing ethical policies. The marketing teams ensures that advertisements are ethical, while the audit department monitors the compliance. Next is monitoring and enforcement. Monitoring is carried out through annual ethical audits, customers' feedback systems, and cooperation with health organizations. Any policies violations must be handled properly. Lastly is expected outcomes. The expected outcomes include increased consumer trust, better company reputation, improved consumer safety, and more sustainable business practice. In conclusions, ethics plays an important role in business decision making. The Nestle case clearly shows how unethical actions can give negative impact to consumers and society, especially vulnerable groups. Therefore, companies must balance profit with social responsibility. By applying an ethical framework, organizations can improve their decision making, build trust, and ensure long-term sustainability.